All right there, folks. I am back in, well, that is not very informational. We're back in Campaign 12 here, and, yeah, we're moving up. So if you watch the end of the last episode, this is the Army of Alabama. It doesn't have any cavalry. It was kind of created by the AI and just does whatever. But we have a meeting engagement here at Oak Hill. There has just been actually 2 patches today, and neither of them we're about to see, yeah, messed up the 3D mods. So that's great. And since we don't have any Captain Scout, we're just gonna go run across here. But that's what it is. It's a meeting engagement, and I guess once we actually get folks in position, I'll bring you back in. But it's a pretty good map. It's, you can see the Wilson's Creek, so you know what map it is. Uh, oh, well, yeah, we don't get too. Wow, we get a lot of engineering points. I was gonna bring you out, but I won't. All right, so we've gone to. Yeah, we just went overnight. We have a bunch of engineering points, but it doesn't really do us any good at all to build back here. I think that those things would just interfere with us getting where we need to go. They came in. I think this was the only. Oh, no. They had that entry point as well. But they didn't deploy far enough back that it really matters for us. So we're still going to push up and try to bring this fight here to a close as quickly as we can. The fact that they haven't engaged us and we've moved up this far is a good thing for us. I just changed a bunch of settings in the files because we went through 2 updates. I actually reverted them back pretty much fully to what they were in Campaign 12. They had been partially. Oh, no. Clicked on the wrong guy there. So Barksdale is the overall command. We got to separate him out. Oh, that's right. These are just really huge divisions that are. My goodness, man. Get over it. That are almost really the size of Core. A little bit smaller. But I don't think that explains why they've deployed this way. But it should have fit some of the things on the campaign map that were. But this seems very odd. So I'm going to pause you all in case this is actually nothing. And then bring you back in only if there's something. All right, and as I say that, whoa. I just saw that there was an artillery unit here. I thought we would be further ahead. We're actually kind of outnumbered. Well, we're close to being outnumbered. I didn't read that carefully, but Whitfield, look, why don't you turn like that? And for Tigman's division, for what that is worth, we're just going to detach the artillery, roll it over here, detach these folks, roll them over here. I don't know why they were sitting back here off the objective. I didn't touch anything in the updates. It was all in the campaign prefs file. It was not in battle prefs or unit prefs, so I don't know why that happened. But whatever. We're moving. I don't know. There was an artillery piece over here. All right. Some of these folks are moving to where they should. Oh, we're not at 20x speed. I did notice, I think it was belatedly that either it was the entry point there or the entry point up here, and I'm not entirely sure which one they used. But once we get our infantry together, I think we're just gonna probably move forward and see what they give us here. So Barksdale should be over here. Whitfield can be there. Oh, they've kind of all monster mashed on one another. All right, we'll move over there. Hawthorne can creep up on the side. Rutledge can do the same. I don't know that it's going to matter. Probably could have just waited it out, but, we have the 3D mods. I don't know how much longer they're going to last. Right? I don't know how many more patches it's going to take before they break. And so, hopefully it's none. Hopefully all the changes that would have interfered with it have not interfered with it, so. or all the changes they're going to make have not in favor. So if you need some point of reference, they just put in the saddle, which is ironic. It's not ironic, but it's timely because I was thinking after this campaign was done, I was going to do a Union Whiskey and Lemons, and I was going to try to play it basically by whatever my brigade or division was, just playing at this level. I haven't actually read what the saddle mode does, but I've heard from others who have looked in this that apparently it pretty much limits your field of vision on your field of view on the map. So that's kind of how I was thinking to play, because that really would give you kind of the sense of, you know, if this was us in charge of a division, right? This is this is what we can see in here, and we would play by this. I guess I'd have to come up with some house rule about checking maps or something like that, maybe once. I don't know, whatever it would be. But we're gonna move up because we're just taking artillery fire. This makes no sense to sit here and take. Medium range is pretty. All right, let me try this at. That's not Barksdale. Where is Barksdale at here? My goodness. All right, where is Barksdale? There he is. Yeah, we'll try to set everybody to medium range. I have zero confidence that that is going to filter down. But still, let's go for it. All right, so they're forming a line here. It's good for them. They should be. I should have done that, but I didn't. Yeah. Instead, we're in this very bad. I really wish. I've said this in other campaigns and other videos, but I wish instead of all these options, we're never going to use attack column. I think we're probably never going to use that, and so I would use single line, maybe double line, and I would use other things like a 3-to-2 ratio in the front or a 4-to-2 ratio in the front. The refuse is pretty good, I think, for the AI, and it would also be good for me as well if I used it more, but I tend to micro more than maybe others do. I could always throw this into just general AI orders, but I haven't. I don't even recall if I'm supposed to get reinforcements for this. That's not what we want to know. So it's it is the Army of Alabama. Yeah, they're both here. So I guess that's pretty much the story. Somehow we've pulled ahead in victory points. As always, it's somehow. Who knows? All right, let's get rid of this to try to make it look a little bit better. Let's speed it up since I don't think fatigue is a major factor. All right, if we have infantry engaging their artillery, that's exactly where we... Oh, well... Stinks to be them. Barksdale's moving where he should be. Tigman's moving to where he should be. We will see. We will see what happens here. But hopefully the 1st CS Infantry can get some sort of payback on that artillery that dealt them casualties on the way in. We're still getting ourselves together here. As much as I want to rush it and feel inclined to rush it, I've been here before. I know how this goes, and we just kind of gotta eat it. And we are playing at 2x speed, so I guess this is what we'll see at 1x, but not sure what these... Yeah, they're nervous. Yeah, they definitely are not armed with Napoleons. Richmond's, in most cases, good enough, but not really actually good. So we'll order them up there. We'll order these guys to... Well, we're not trying to seize their guns. We're trying to shoot them off theirs. Ooh, was that... that was us breaking. And under AP Hill as well. So we'll order rally there. We'll see if we can actually pull it off. Okay, we'll see if Tigman can rally, and if not, we'll try Barksdale as well. Oh, and somebody broke over here. So my guess is this is not looking... Yeah, this is not looking as hot as it was. Well... Okay. We're not trying to seize guns, we're trying to shoot them. Wonder what... Okay, so they do show up at medium range. That's good. Order them up as well. We'll order them over to there. They're firing. I mean, they are tired, but... Alright, I guess they're too close to kick out skirmishers. Good to know. Yeah, unfortunately, they're very tired. And they're tiring. Man, that is some range they have. We're going to send 2 brigades up to try to deal with them. We'll send them to try to deal with them. Yeah, I think that the victory bar actually has this exactly right. It is dead even. It's going to depend on who we can rally, when we rally them, and we did not rally over here. That is bad. These guys appear to have rallied. There's sometimes they do that thing where they rally and then they run. We don't want to see that. Are we firing? No, we're not. That's too bad. Let's throw it in. Let's throw down a bombardment here. And they're already firing, so I guess I'm just going to leave them alone. Are you kidding me? I am surprised that a 2-star experience unit has broken that quickly, but it is what it is. This may be snatching defeat from the jaws of victory here. Battle of Rolla, Missouri. I'm trying to think of what this is actually going to decide on the campaign map. I think this was kind of that battle from Middle Missouri. We'll see what happens, famous last words. I don't think it was consequential, but maybe it was. Alright, we've pushed them off for now. We'll pull them back. We don't have any skirmishers. These guys routed as well, for reasons known only to them. I mean, maybe it's a lack of combat experience. Yeah. Holy moly, we have taken some casualties. I don't want to dive out of this one yet. Whoa. I thought we slowed the scroll speed, but maybe with the update I have not readjusted the settings here, so. We'll see. Are we learning anything about their morale? Okay, ours is far lower. We're going to order retreat. We don't have to fight this, but it also doesn't really make sense to take atrocious casualties here. I mean, the Missouri campaign could probably collapse, and it would be fine. I think instead of just ordering retreat, I think you should actually have to move your units to a certain area to get them out. It seems too easy. But, yeah, I guess on the other hand, that also probably disadvantages the AI, which in battle needs few disadvantages. I know I said that as I'm pulling out from another battle, but I don't know. It feels like they can be heavily engaged, and and it's true for the player as well, but I never really thought this one was going to go terribly well. I thought I might have kind of roll the die chance, but it wasn't meant to be. That's okay. I don't even think I wanted this army to be created. I think this is a creation of the AI, so losing here is to be expected. Alright, we'll see who we can rally. I don't know if we can get on just the HQ. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, this was not our day at all. We just lost just about every shootout that we had. Alright, let's see if we can play this through a little bit faster since we're just in the process of withdrawing. But obviously, if there was a kind of withdrawal mechanic, it would apply equally to both sides. Yeah, we have just ran everywhere. I could have just stood on those objectives and played defense, but I don't really want to play like that. Yeah, they're about to run. I'll be interested to see how bad the casualty loss is. I also want to see how it plays in campaign, since the only adjustments I made between the last video and this one were campaign related. So I guess we'll find out very soon here. Yeah, it was bad, but yeah, I mean, it was bad. Alright, what have we learned? Yeah. We lost 900 killed, they got 300 killed. Yeah, that was bad. Well, it starts what is probably going to be a long retreat here. We might as well abandon this while we still technically own it. It's their supply depot, but we'll burn it down. That might make me want to do a little bit more there in Arkansas. Alright, they're in... Well, everybody's in supply. We've taken back all our forts in Tennessee. Like, I don't have too much more to add. I think maybe we'll move McCullough over there. And maybe we'll move Price with him just to deal with this problem here. Yeah, there's a big old blue wave up there. I'm not sure how much I need to be worried about that. Their morale of armies, the morale of their armies is really low. I don't... Wow. That's right. They should have taken West Virginia. It appeared to me that they were further in than they should have been. And they've completely come in the backside here, so we'll probably turn around and deal with that. Alright, we'll move here, here. We're going to blow up their supply depot here. By blow up, I mean burn down. And we'll pull back here and here. Alright, so they can retake all that stuff, but let them spend the time and the money doing it. And maybe just maybe, I don't know what numbers they're going to give us after the changes I've made. Yeah, we went from like 400,000 to 273,000 volunteers. That's a little bit closer to what I would expect. But another... Do I want to pay for another force? We're down. I'm not sure. How much more did another one of these? 9 million there. I don't know. Maybe it's time to start reining in some of these costs. It's a bit odd that I can afford. How much is this? 35 million. All right, maybe I do it now. And where to cut those subsidies? Maybe one more take of trade deals and then cut those subsidies. What else? Agriculture is okay. Military seems a bit high. I'm not even sure about politics that I need necessarily all those. So we'll start bringing them down now. And maybe we'll look to build an army out here in Arkansas. Recruit a new army. Huh. $10. Well, the support there is at least high. Edward Johnston, alright. Alright, so from Arkansas, we'll take, yeah, you. And we'll take you. Who else do we have? Texas, sure. And from the territories here, alright, we'll take one from Nicaragua. Take another. New Mexico is fine. Though those numbers just seem really high. Arizona Territory was where we'll get our artillery. And then, I don't know, Louisiana Cav maybe. Alright, we'll do that for right now. Or all the way up to Carrollton. And I gotta make some sort of decision as to whether I want to move out here and actually press this attack back or just let it sit, press this. Since they appear to be moving up, I'm kind of inclined to. We're already in the green. Why let them get a supply depot on the border? So, I don't think those are the right people. Yeah, we'll move them up. Move them up. And them. Take them out of scouting. Alright, they got a supply depot up here. Yet they haven't taken Charleston. So that's... I've noticed that this has been a big swing. Up until, I don't know, a month ago, it was still Union favored. Slightly, but it was Union favored. Oh well. What's going on? Alright, you're all moving back. That's fine. Okay, you don't really have too much, but whatever. I think it was around this time I was supposed to send this fleet out to do more. I think it's as good as it's going to get. So we're going to send them in. They'll probably lose, but hopefully they do enough damage to lessen the effect of the blockade, which at 12% is not too great. What else do we have here? Conclads that are ready to go. Several that are better condition than most of my ships. Alright, so we'll bring them in, and we'll give this group a little bit longer to repair. We have not been able to fall back. Apparently we cannot fall back through that first core there. I guess I should. I guess I shouldn't have burned that supply depot. All right, it's not looking good. Let's pull back to at least friendly territory here. All right, so it looks like we won one of those battles, and we push them off of here. That's good. Do I want to lead one last raid against this group? If I've asked the question, the answer is definitely yes. I do want to. So that's about 60,000. What do I have? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Yeah, but they aren't ready to go. Let's pull back for now, since some of them are starting to fall out of supply. Alright, we're still trying to figure things out over here. Let's take you out of scouting in case we need you in battle. Army of the Shenandoah is ready. That's fine. What do they have left after that? 8%. So that was pretty good. How bad are we? We're bad. We ain't good. Yeah, you gotta go back right away. I would say this fleet needs to... Oh, we're about to get a whole bunch of conclads, though. Alright. Let's go over here for now. We'll see if we can finish off the number 3 fleet right there. Alright. 25 and... Whew! That's 75,000 troops, man. What do we got here? 60? A little bit more than 60. 62. So that would give us 82 against 75,000. That would be a pretty fair fight if we can get all of our people out of scouting. Alright. Take you out of scouting. We'll send everyone in here. See what they can do. Hopefully Hindman can join. It looks like since he can go to a assault mode or attack mode, he should be able to. Let's see, their supporters dropped, but the morale has gone up. So, which again, you know, more than 2.5, well, about 2.5 years in, if you've made pretty much no progress, I guess it explains. Alright, getting some movement over here. Let's see about that. Polk is in decent condition. We'll move those who have their readiness. Is this what we're looking at? No, we should be able to get more. Should be able to get, yeah, those people in. So for now, we'll deploy to defend. Try to get them in and them. Alright, so they're only counting those who have arrived. Well, we'll see if they ever get in there fast enough. That would be great, but no guarantees. And over here, I think we should be able to push that third. And we have just not moved over here. That ain't good. Yeah, they're not a garrison. Okay, I'm not trying to move. I'm trying to move there. Let's get out of there. Alright, can we get anybody engaged here? Get in there. You too. Alright, so we got blockade. We got organized blockade running. I don't know if there's anything else. I really don't know. I might do Industry 1 for the heck of it. I don't know that I want volunteers morale dropping for a 10% increase. I'm not going to spend any more on... Yeah... I don't see a downside to researching. Oh, did we just won here? Without even being able to engage. All right, well, yeah, that's fine. Over here, what are we getting? They're working on a supply depot. Third Corps. Polk can get up there. Yeah, we're gonna move Robertson there. These folks to attack. Alright. Looks like the Army of Alabama should get out there. And look, if they're back by November, December, they can have the entire winter to recoup. So I'd be fine with that. How are they doing? They got 420,000 to 350,000 on my side. Oh, but they're on the move. All right. What do they have here with this third corps? 24,000. Crawford's got a little bit less than that. Move Crawford up. Move the Army of North Carolina up. And move Ferguson up. Try to reinforce there. Speed this up a bit. You know, while we're here, and as we're coming to the end of campaign season, let's see if we can take Alexandria, some of the forts here, just to give us a buffer in 1864. Hindman, I'm not going to move. Alright, and I want to get the new Cottonclads into this group here. Casemate Ironclad Ram is just taking forever to get done. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we're going to take you out. Take you out. For real. Take you out and you. If we get more Conclads, we're going to take them. Dude. Alright, let's get you going too. And... do we have anybody else that can go in here? Alright, 97% is pretty good. It's going to take a little while for this group to get everybody together, but we're going to move out against that third Gulf blockading fleet. What's this? Where is this? Alright, that's over here. Against Thomas, hey? Yeah, I would fight this because I don't I don't want to lose here this late in the year. Alright, so we've ruled Appomattox, which is a good one. Yet again, we've only ended up with 1 victory point. It doesn't seem to matter for much. I think you're going to end up being on pause for most of this because we just have a while before we get all of our numbers and we can just fall back. If they press us, if they came in here, it looks like our HQ was there. So it looks like they're coming from somewhere down here. I think I'll bring you back when I have something to show. Well, there's something to show, which is that we have pretty close to even numbers. We can see that their cav is also pushing ahead of theirs. For whatever reason, we have a bit of advantage. I'm guessing it has to be because of morale. So we're going to move up to here with them. I'm going to detach that cav as we run, or artillery as we run. We're going to detach them as well. So it's French's battalion, Crawford's corps. I'm trying to click on somebody else. Reynolds division. So we should be able to move them up there. Maybe we don't need scouts anymore, so we can withdraw them. Harrison, we don't need to evade anymore. Just got to get down. Got to get loose. And maybe this is a beautiful time of year for battle here. Maybe just park ourselves over here. Never mind that moonwalking, that slithering, that sliding. It's taking place. Pretty sure those are still the 3D models. We haven't reverted to sprites. But anyways, we're about to have a showdown there. Let's see. Try to make sure we're moving here, moving there. But I think we'll go on. All right, we gotta slow down some of this stuff here. I'm getting battlefield map, scroll, and zoom speed. We can reduce by a bit. That's better. Alright, so we're moving off here. We'll see if that cab just comes flying in. Okay. Not yet. And over here, I'm going to move most of the division there. Can move the count up a bit. French's battery can come to the other side of Bigby Farm. Reynolds division can move up here. Yeah, something like that. It's still early in the day. We have the victory point. They got to come to us, and we're getting reinforcements, and they're not getting reinforcements. So it's only going to get worse for them as the time goes on. I'm not sure about that move at all. I don't remember how. I think the scouts are now 150. I think that's what I've changed them to, and having them. Scouts can't dismount, which is just silly. But anyways, it's not a good matchup against dismounted loose formation. Probably Maynard or Jocelyn wielding cav. Though this is back east and they're relatively new, so they might not have the best of weapons. Let's see what they have. They have Maynard, so they do have the best of weapons. And they're going to throw more scouts out. Impressively. I'm not too sure about that one. Artillery will come online soon. Yeah, at 2400 we have about as many cav as any brigade can have. You can see they're following it up with some infantry, but it doesn't look like they're going to have more than we are. Keep the pressure on, but try not to over pursue. Cav are usually good on the way in, but when they gotta withdraw and infantry have them outranged, they're not in their element. Alright, so we're gonna push them back. We've pushed them back, or we're gonna push our guys back. We've pushed them back from the point. And allowed enough time for our infantry to get into place. It's exactly what we want. And yeah, I mean the artillery's not terrible position here. Move them up there. It's second battery, yeah, it's probably up here, so move them right onto the point there, and we'll move them just to the left. Move this division over here. I have no idea what that is. It doesn't look great. We're gonna move up them. Yeah, two brigades in the front, one in the back is probably fine. If I could lock that ratio and adjust it when I have 4 brigades per division or 5, that would be great too. I've sped up artillery movement and slowed down cav movement, but it doesn't explain why artillery is getting there early. Right? Artillery should be lagging, bringing up the rear of everything else. It should be cav in front, infantry next, artillery behind them. It does them absolutely no good to arrive with artillery first. And it doesn't always happen, but it happens enough, right? If you've put a lot of time in the game to notice it, and this is what happens, right? You just kind of show up and yeah, it's just artillery gone. Not that artillery really matters in this game, unless you have enough of it and it's close enough that artillery could swing the difference, maybe in kind of a stalemate. You see whatever's going on back here, they're still struggling to get themselves organized, and so that artillery is gone. It could be because, well, I think all the changes that I made were, I know they were all in the campaign prefs file, unless they spilled over into the battle somehow, and now one of the many things that I've done in this game over the last year or so that I've really gotten into modding it was to try to make it harder to see where the other side is. And I did that assuming that the AI would kind of always know where I am. If you've played the game enough, the AI knows in advance when you construct fortifications 3/4 of the way across the map that they're going to go around it. And so I kind of expected that to continue, and I thought that one of the ways you could increase the challenge was just by reducing how much you could see, but maybe it affects how much the AI can see and what they react to. I'm not sure. This formation, certainly if we're going for befuddling the AI, this one ranks up there, but I don't really... No. Clicked on the wrong person here. Alright, that's who we want. We want the division. No, that's... that's the guy we want, Reynolds. Alright, we're going to put Reynolds over there, and we're going to put our cav over here. We'll mount up to do that. Okay. Napoleons should reach where they are, and it looks like they're Napoleon models. Not entirely sure what we're going for here. Though it looks like we're doing something of a number on them. Sibley's division. Alright, so Sibley is the cab. Let's get him over there. Alright, as much as I hate microing these, let's just do it. Let's see if this actually works down the chain there. Kind of wish medium range was the default. Alright, we have cab over here on the flank. I'm gonna push it up. And we're gonna try divisional orders and push them up. Alright. So I think Hawes is gonna stay right where he is. Yeah, if they're firing, they were firing, right? Yeah, they're firing. That's good enough for me. There we go. Some sweet 3D modelage. Alright, we shot them off their guns. That's fine. They say they're firing. They say they're firing. I guess we take them at their word. Yeah, those Walker we're not going to push up without reinforcements, or without the rest of the brigade, really. Smith is not having a great time. And I think from looking at the map, they looked a little bit more frazzled. I mean, they seem to be pulling back here, so. If we have them that worried, we might be able to shake them a bit more and just break them. I have a feeling that these... I had a feeling that they were in worse condition than that. Alright, I'm going to move this artillery up. Sibley should move up and get with Harrison. Stewart should get up. Alright, if we're going to move up over there, I'm going to move Hawes over here. Wonder... Oh, okay, so we've almost won this one. Correction. We have won this one. So maybe with Stewart we'll just order an attack. And okay, so Sibley got the message as well, and we'll just see what the AI does with that order. Put them on their mounts so they can run around, do their thing. Alright, I guess we're not moving over here so much. These guys are shooting and not being shot back, so that's fine. Huh. Well, as you saw at the beginning of this video, AI did well. This time, I'm not so sure. But it's kind of been like that in the last, I think it's been 3 or 4 videos now, where, I don't know, maybe a third, maybe 40% of the time the AI is making like really good defensive, or like really decent defensive decisions. And it seems like they're usually on, no, sometimes they're on the attack, but I don't know. Other than that, I'm not sure how good some of those decisions have been, but hey, 40% of the time is still something. I guess we're shooting uphill here with 2 brigades. Like, I don't know if this is an attempted rearguard rearguard action or what that is. Yeah. Well, we'll tell Stuart to tell everybody to assault. See if they get the message. But it looks like everybody's too far away for it to really matter. Alright, and I guess that was just not as bloody as I thought. So 2 to 1 is what they reported, and that's fine for us. If there's another battle, it won't be in this episode. We'll see if we have a little bit of campaign play, and I'll look to wrap this one. Alright, what did we learn here? Army of Kentucky is fleeing in panic. Alright. It's a bit dramatic, but alright. So that's over here. And now let's see what we have. We have Army in the West. We got a fort. We got a first corps. So Army in the West doesn't have any troops, as far as I can tell, of its own. It's really the first corps that has troops, and they have 31,000. And we have over 40,000. I say we see what we can do. I think we might get in a little bit of trouble here, because forts kind of have their own defensive advantage. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. We're gonna pull back here, pull back here, pull back here, pull back there, and okay. So they're moving there. That's fine. We'll see if we can take that fort. If we take that fort, that'd be... I mean, it would help. It doesn't really matter if we don't, but it would help if we did. Okay. Army of Arkansas, we're going to move you back to Fort Smith. And think about maybe recruiting another force. Wow, their national support is absolutely tanked. I mean, mine's come down, but theirs is just absolutely dropped. So's their men fielded. Huh. It's okay. It feels like this campaign's coming to an end. I've said that for a while now. Where is this? So I don't think this is worth you all watching. It feels like it's going to be quick. Maybe if I get a quick setup, I'll make it a short I'll just end the video with whatever the attack is. But yeah, I'd rather play that battle than sit there and siege it. So we're not as far into the battle as I would have liked to have been, and I'm not sure what I was on when I selected those uniforms, but they're way up here. They got to defend, and unfortunately, they have this nice long front, and there's not too much we can do about it. I don't even know if I want to do that. But the idea is to basically concentrate over here and attack them. I mean, they're in a strong position. They got the river, or the stream. They got a forest. They could sit behind it, shoot at me as I come through an open field. I'd be in a lot of trouble. Probably am in a lot of trouble. You can notice it's the end of the day, though, right? So it's about 5 p.m., and I think we're in mid-September. Yeah, like mid to late September. So the days aren't going to go terribly long, but they should go fairly long. And right now, I think we're close. No, we have we have about a third of an advantage in manpower. So we're going to try to throw it against this group because they left their artillery out here. They've doubled up their line rather than refusing that infantry brigade over here. We're just going to shoot at them. It's Cawthorn's cavalry, which has appeared, I feel like, in well more than half the battles that we've had in the last few episodes, certainly since I resumed playing Campaign 12. And they usually are small in numbers because they keep getting used. Macintosh is also their counterpart, which usually have more folks. I think the replenishment rate should slow down, or the replenishment rate of these units should slow down. It's one of the things I got on in campaign preps. I think I need to go back and change again the movement speeds. I didn't check them this time. I just wanted to align everything that was done when I stopped playing campaign 12 with what I had here in at least campaign preps. So I'm not sure. I feel like the unit preps would be where that is, and I think those should be the same, but yeah, cavalry don't need to move as fast, and artillery doesn't need to move as slow. So, and it's something I did mostly for the AA, not for me, but we are engaged. We have the 3D models mod working for now. We got through a patch and then kind of a patch to a patch today. Not a full-on update or anything like that, but I feel like while the game actually works and we can watch these 3D models fight, we might as well actually show it. So that's what we're doing here. And not that any dev would actually watch this, but if there's something you can do to, like, why? Like, why are these brigades sitting here? Just turn and engage. There's nothing in their front they need to be worried about. So I know that there are settings, and I've tinkered with them in the I believe it's battle preps, but this isn't my game. I don't know anything about technology, but if they could just do something about that. Right, there's the refuse flank order that the AI can issue. And see, like, now they're doing it, right? But that needed to happen in-game about 3 minutes ago. And the AI does a fine job sometimes stacking its defense layer on layer when the numbers are about even, or they have a slight advantage and they can afford to defend, but other times I'm not so sure. I'm going to get greedy here with Cawthorn. I mean, they got Maynards. We're going to go through end of the day, so we should get resupplied after we shoot whatever we have in here. We have dismounted loose formation infantry. You can see that they have 1 star of experience. Again, in this campaign, all the units should have more experience. The commander should have slightly less, but I only changed those settings late in the campaign as I discovered that units were not gaining XP as I felt that they should be. So, yeah, it's a bit late. Over here, I mean, Macintosh could easily get demolished if any of those units decided to do anything. We are really dragging out here. But then again, we came in all the way down here. I really like this map. I think it's a bit too open, but it's a pretty good map. Open spaces, some forested spaces, a little tiny urban area there around Coppertown. I believe they have a stone wall and some other stuff, so it's a pretty neat one. Yeah, Cawthorn here is getting it, but you can see there's so much loss. I mean, they say they're shooting, but they are, like, clearly obstructed by half a brigade in front of them. So if those shots are hitting home, good for them. They shouldn't be, but good for them. And if they're not, then make more use of the single line division order for your brigade so that they go ahead and they get in that. We are getting the creek as cover. We could try to lay down. I don't think I'm going to do that. Casualties say that they're close. I'm not sure that's actually... it might be true. I mean, artillery does some damage to us on the way in, and we pay it back on the back end. Here we have a relatively small cav brigade with Maynard shooting into 2 brigades of infantry. So I think it's a little bit delayed on their part, but you can see our infantry here is much delayed. So I know we're about to hit the 60-minute mark. That's kind of my goal for most of these episodes, 60 to 75 minutes. In my view, shorter is better, and so we're just shooting super fast here because we're on 5x speed. And unfortunately, Cawthorn is because they didn't have that many troops to begin with. Right, the casualties they take in relative terms, amount to a lot more. So I want to pull them back because I want them to still be around for the next day, just for the morale buff they give friendlies and the morale debuff that they give to the CSA. But yeah, that's a pretty fat line they have. We see that things have pulled back in their favor. Even though the relative casualties are in our favor, morale is almost even. We have a slight advantage. And we're just going to try to throw it. Unfortunately, against the best parts of their line, I was worried that the fences over here were going to impede too much of our movement. It's a nice idea that we could have hopped over this, jumped into the forest, come up, and not taking too many casualties. I'm just not sure that's actually how that would have happened. So maybe what we'll do with Macintosh is just pull Macintosh back. Again, we're going to move at the end of the next day. We can do this stuff at 20x because we can. For whatever reason, Haygood thinks he's okay. Oh. Who is this? So that's Anderson. He needs to move up. McBride is just about there. We're going to order him up. Okay. And Winder's division. Force is probably going to get stuck on a bunch of that stuff, but we're going to order them up there as well. Okay, we're going to detach that artillery. We're going to detach that artillery. Waitman has gotten... He has just gotten fought out here in a number of these. Clark is up to actually 2,000 troops, so good for them. Price is there. Yeah. I don't know that I feel comfortable doing more than what we've done so far. Alright, we'll try to sneak them into the woods and then hide them. We'll keep them dismounted. We'll get them in a loose formation. And maybe I'll bring you back when the next day begins. Well, the plan was to bring you back in, but they wouldn't let it go that easily. So we're going to order an attack. We're going to put them at medium range. Try to get everyone to move up. I didn't realize that Cawthorn had actually died. That would have been good to know a little bit earlier. Well, not that there's anything really to do about it, but we'll put them on attack. We'll put them at medium range. Okay. Winder, same thing. Attack and medium range. We're going to move them up there. Macintosh is going to try to get his hands a bit dirty. And we'll put them at attack and medium range, and we're going to order them up right there. And then we're going to go in. I don't think we're going to see that much because it's pretty dark out. But we'll see what we can see here. So we have divisional attack orders. I don't know if we have army-wide. Okay, we'll move you up there. McCullough. Alright, we'll give you an attack, and Van Dorn will give you an attack as well. So hopefully that filters down to everyone else. And hopefully that medium range filters down to everyone else as well. And then I'll just go on board where the action is and see what we can see here. I know we do need to try to get that cab in. Yeah, if we do that, we can force them to either turn and shoot us, in which case they're not dealing with the stuff that's in front of them, or they'll just sit there and they'll take flanking fire from Brigade with Maynards. I did not do anything though with Macintosh. So, oh, well, I guess Macintosh kind of has an idea of his own. Okay, Withers, you get on in with Cawthorn. we haven't moved much here. I did not order skirmishers out. Usually I'm a fan, but not when they block the brigades, who are supposed to be doing some pretty quick casualties on the defending brigades they're up against. Let's see what happens if we give, what is it, Van Dorn? See if we give him an assault order. Let's see what changes then. Alright, they saw us, so we're gonna hop on down. Oh, well. Alright, we'll bring Cawthorn back. Bring Macintosh back. That's fine. Yeah, I don't even feel like reorganizing it. Whoa! There is a setting somewhere that affects kind of how closely they deploy. I have a feeling that one was not operative there. Alright, that's Macintosh. That's fine. Price. Huh. Alright, that's Reigns. That's fine. Move you in there. That's fine. Okay, these guys maybe will change and face there. Move them over there. Move them over there. Alright, we can see some of our movement over here. Looks like stuff is trying to get sorted over here. That's fine. Cav on our right and artillery on our right. Alright, they're not loving that. I'm not surprised. I thought this one would be over a bit quicker than it has been. It has not. Okay. is one of those where the AI has generally done an okay job keeping its lines, at least until now. Alright, let's try to move things up here to medium range. We don't need to shoot from a mile away. Yeah, I'm not sure that we'll be able to get enough casualties on these guys to break this one. My hope was to get these guys bunched up enough that they would just rout when they kind of fell on top of each other, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. So I guess the medium range order did not trickle down, which explains a lot. Yeah, I really want to try to crush this pocket. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Maybe the casualties are just gonna do it without the routes. Well, if it does, this one goes longer than it should have, but that was kind of self-evident at this point. Alright. It's a long retreat timer because we are heavily engaged. Wow. Cawthorn did not break either. To my surprise, and I think anybody who's been watching. Ooh, no, we don't want to run into that. No. We got too good of a potential screen here that we don't want to mount up and run right into it. But what we will do is we'll switch. Oh, we're already in assault. Alright, we got a few more breaking here. We got some breaking up here. They're running back here. Alright, that's going to be a fine place to end it. 7,500 of them, 5,000 of us. We'll get an accurate count here in a second. Alright, so what do? We did 1,000 killed, 775 of us killed, but 2,400 POWs, and yeah, we might get some of our wounded back. I don't know about most, but that feels like it was a really long. It feels like it was like 2 or 3 episodes in one. But that is going to do it. Brings us up to not quite done with September. We still have a ways to go, but we've made some progress here. We're just trying to push things to 1864, and basically no progress for the Union. So if that's what happens, we feel like we're ahead and we're winning. And yeah, we might be able to wrap Campaign 12 soon. Kind of just testing out, see how the campaign prefs work, post DLC patch and all that other stuff. And yeah, it was good. It was good for me. I hope it was good for you, and hope to have you back for the next one.